Yes, y'all know what it is. This man is the dynamic duo, Ern and Iso. We back full in effect. You know what I'm saying? If you hear, man, we appreciate it. We ask that you like, rate, review, share, subscribe. If you watching this on audio, or you listen to us on audio, you watch us on video, man. Those small things to show you appreciate the big things we do. But nonetheless, how was your week? How was your weekend?
Everything was great, man. I ain't got no complaints. Thank y'all for the views, the plays. Please like, rate, review, share, subscribe. Yeah, man. Thank y'all, man. We did great last week.
Yeah, you knocked them joints out the park, man.
Yeah, so thank y'all for that. You know what I mean? So, got them done.
Yeah.
It'd be a little weird sitting here by yourself talking sometimes, but
Yeah.
well, you got it.
Shout out to the podcasters, the solo podcasters that can do that. Because I ain't gonna lie, even y'all tell us that, like, when it's just y'all doing the solo drink, like, the energy just be down. Like, there's nobody to bounce shit off. It's just you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's how it's gonna be. Like, you know what I mean? So shout out to the solo podcasters, man, that do this shit daily. You know what I mean? Because that shit is really a talent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because what I was going to do, but I realized, like, it's not going to be the video effect of it was not going to be this. I mean, the audio was not going to be able to hit the same as the video because more people listen to us on audio than video. I was going to do the movie review like you was here, but you wasn't here.
I got you.
I was going to do it like that, but I was like, damn, the audio people were just going to hear fucking dead space and not know what the hell. I mean, it's not going to come off right. So I just decided not to do it like that. I was gonna do it like that. We was only did video, but I was like, damn, more people listen to us on audio than video.
They do.
So they're not gonna get that. It's not gonna be the same effect.
Yeah, definitely do, man. But
so that's why
you knocked that joint out anyway. And I ain't gonna lie, because a couple of y'all was like, we ain't think y'all was gonna do that. A lot of that shit be me. I be hitting him up like, yo, you gonna do a movie review to this shit? Because everybody talking about this shit. Yeah. So a lot of that shit be me. Like, yeah, I mean, I know y'all be wanting that shit sometimes too. Sometimes y'all don't expect it. A lot of that shit be me, man. You know what I'm saying? I throw it out there just so I can get, see the movie review.
Yeah. But the energy do be down because you only got one person.
Right,
it's
just, you only got one person.
Yeah. It's just me sitting here. It's not like we going back and forth.
Right.
So what am I supposed to be? You know what I mean? I'm not like we all super hyped up.
Right.
Sitting here by myself. Like it don't happen. I'm not one of them people. I mean, I do see people that be on. Make content like that, they be just hyped up. Yo, you know what's going on with such a... They just be hyped and yelling, but that's to keep they self hyped up because they by themselves. You know what I mean? Sitting around by yourself. Yeah. You can't do... Yeah, it's not always going to be the same energy.
Yeah, you're right, but you just said something, though, man. Our audio numbers is way better than our video numbers, man. And one thing you can't fake is impact.
Yeah,
I mean, you Google us, man, that should show you what we do. Like, you can't fake impact. You buy bots, you Google these motherfuckers, it'll just tell you that they got a podcast. You Google our shit, that shit say Philadelphia's top podcast. That's what the internet say. That ain't no shit we put in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, our impact is way bigger than what these motherfuckers think and who we is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
I don't see the point, and I guess it's just for like the effect of people that don't know is not in this business of buying bots, because it's like, if you go to get advertised or something like that, or you want somebody to try to sign you or pay you, first thing they're going to do is check and see whether your views is real.
Hell yeah.
And they're going to see that your views is not real. So I guess it's just for the public, because we not dumb. A lot of y'all went back to buying bots.
A lot of y'all motherfuckers, that's in the budget.
Yeah.
That's in the budget.
Yeah.
Bot buying is in the budget.
Yeah. I'm like, well, who is that for? Because in order for somebody to cut the check, first thing they're going to do is check and make sure all your views is real.
Right.
And your views ain't real.
Right.
So I guess that's just for the public that don't know better, to make it like this joint really got 300 foot, because all of a sudden, everybody's views just went up out of nowhere. No, that's because everybody went back to buying bots because they think it's safe to just go buy bots again.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter. The people that you got to go get the money from is going to check and make sure whether your views is real or not anyway. But that's the whole thing. Right. All right, we gotta get people, content creators like Ern and Iso and other people, to make it look like their views are down, and we'll buy the bots to make like our views are up.
Right.
But the people who giving out the money and all that, and the people that's in this business, first thing they gonna do is make sure that your views and your plays is real. So your views and your plays not gonna be real anyway.
Right.
It's like people gonna check and see that our views is way better than what y'all try to make it look, and then y'all's is not real. So it don't matter. I just don't understand that. Except you just trying to, I guess you're trying to fool the public.
True.
Because I'm like, you're not fooling the people with the money, because they the ones that got the real plays and views. They already know the real numbers.
Right.
They gonna know the real numbers anyway. So I'm like, I don't get it, but whatever.
Yeah, you know what's crazy that you talk about that, yo? I was gonna do, because I told you I was gonna start going on live. You know what I mean? Just to get the audience prepared for what you about to do. You know what I mean? Get them used to this shit. And there's a joint I was thinking about, I guess, because, you know what I mean, you do this shit so much, this shit starting to, like, I be thinking like that now. I was going to do this joint called, like, Black on Black Crime from the fucking clip you sent me when Mav was on the joint with Ern and Iso. They was talking about how Charlamagne said that a lot of podcasters was turning down deals, you know what I'm saying, that they rightfully should have took, but the over-evaluation of the company that they thought they should have, they thought that the deal was, like, you know what I mean, not right for what they deserve. The thing about it is that shit is because of y'all. Only in the fucking black community podcast do y'all get money and y'all keep that shit so disclosed and so tight. So if we don't know what the fucking evaluation is from what you got, we going to over-evaluate our shit. Because when the white motherfuckers get the money, they put the shit out. Don't call her daddy, signs for $50 million. If you got the bread, you got the bread. But everybody getting deals on our end is like, it's hush. Yo, such and such just signed their deal. We don't know how much it's for. So if you somewhere and I'm looking at you on the motherfucking rank, because I'm like, well, I'm not where he at, but I'm better than where they at. Then you can evaluate where your shit at. But y'all keep shit so hush and so quiet and then don't give nobody no information. So yeah, motherfucker might over-evaluate this company. You might not know what the problem, you know what I'm saying? And then when y'all do shit, y'all showcases, we having a podcast showcase, it's 1,500. It's 2,000. So damn, even when you get the information, you still trying to profit off of me. But now you mad because I don't know. What the fuck? Like, come on, this shit is so crazy how we do each other. This is why we all run in the same lane and we all say the same shit. Podcasting dead. You will never hear Joe Rogan say that out of his mouth. Podcasting is dead. You'll never hear Don't Call Her Daddy say that out of her mouth. Matter of fact, Hulu doing a documentary on her right now. You know what I'm saying? So she getting the bag on the audio and the bag on the documentary. But that shit is us because everybody running in the same lane, everybody in the same fucking line. We all lined up behind each other because we all saying the same shit. You know what I'm saying?
But don't say us.
No,
not
us. No, not us. I'm just saying. Everybody saying the same. So all y'all in line.
Right.
Everybody saying the same shit over and over. We talking to the same people. You go from this show to this show to this show. Y'all right in line, like right in line. So what? Yeah, it's dead because I done heard that motherfucker on his podcast. Heard him on his podcast. Heard that topic on that podcast. I don't want to hear that shit no more. So yeah, it's dead for y'all because y'all killing it. No fresh ideas in this shit. And ain't nobody schooling nobody. We just talking shit.
I was thinking about that the other day, but I was like, man, to me, people just reaping what they sow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So all y'all doing is getting people just tired of listening to y'all and just
True.
more and more people just starting to listen to us.
Right.
So to me, I'm like, man, let them go ahead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Talking about the same thing over and over again.
Shit.
Men do this, women do this. I'm like, all y'all sounding the same and all y'all getting nowhere.
Right.
All y'all just going on each other's shows. I keep telling y'all, man, listen, man, you stuck in the neighborhood mentality.
Yeah.
Y'all don't venture out and do nothing with nobody else. Y'all all y'all do is stuff with each other. The same way why everybody complaining about the music sound the same.
Yep.
Everybody just making the same songs with each other over and over again. Ain't nobody venturing out and doing nothing.
Right.
Ain't nobody venturing outside of the box. Ain't nobody venturing outside of the box. That's why all these people are sounding the same. All the content creators are sounding the same when it comes to us over here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which I say I don't got no problem with because it's just making it easier for us.
Oh hell yeah.
It's just making it easier for us that y'all ain't got a creative bone in your body.
Right.
And some of y'all starting to show that some of y'all going put that podcast equipment up and quit. You know what I'm saying? Some of it's rightfully so. Some of y'all it ain't this not for y'all. And it's showing y'all real quick that this is easier said than done.
Right.
Because people got to go out their way to want to listen to you.
Right.
And some of y'all, and like you said, a lot of people equate that their social media following with everybody cares about what's going on with me.
Yeah.
No, they was following you because you might be attractive,
right?
Or you might have been athlete or whatever, but actually what you sitting around saying, some people ain't taking the time to go and sit around and listen to you for no 1, 2, or 3 hours.
No.
You don't trust me. It's easier said than done. This right here is the test. Where people go out of their way to watch you or listen to you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because this is another thing before we get into what we get into. This is why when everybody like ESPN was like letting everybody go and all that stuff, everybody like, why they doing that? Because they realized that a lot of these people, they're paying these people a lot of money, and it doesn't matter whether they're here or not. They just spending millions on people that people don't. A lot of these people are more entertained by content creators than people the people that they've been having on there for years.
Right.
And then you realize that now that you got people that are trying to venture out and they're trying to make content on their own and nobody cares.
Right. Right. You forget that they even doing this shit.
Know what I mean?
You don't even check in on these motherfuckers unless something happened juicy and then everybody talking about the same shit. Then they run that shit to the ground.
No, and nobody cares because they're not invested enough in you.
Right.
People watched you because you were a cog in the machine.
Right.
That's why, to me, that would be the hardest thing to evaluate whether somebody cares about this person or not. If I'm on like ESPN or Fox Sports,
right?
Because how do I know that these viewers are real viewers?
Right.
And this is how I'm explaining to you what I mean. Because most people that watch sports are men, right? You'll just turn the TV on and it'll be on ESPN all day long. Mm-hmm. So the views you getting, it just may be on in the background. I may not like your show. I might like the show that comes on after your show.
Right.
But ESPN is going to be on all day, just like when you go in the barbershop. ESPN or Fox Sports is on all day. That don't mean that people care about watching you.
Right.
It's just so happen to be on this channel. You may be the least liked person or whatever or show. I may be waiting for the next show to come on. Or I may have watched the show that came on before your show. That's my show, and I'm not even paying attention to your show, but it's still on the channel. Right. So people think, okay, you're getting all these views. And then when they try to go make content, nobody cares. So to me, that would be the hardest thing to evaluate. The person really care about this motherfucker? Because am I about to pay this person millions of dollars? People really care about them? Or they just watch our channel all day because they guys. It just stay on the one channel all day.
Right.
So now we got these people who are trying to venture out and make content, it's not hitting the same because no, we watch the channel and you're on this channel.
Right.
We're not going out of our way to listen to you. That's what you see. Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of these people can't get any views. You know what I mean? So that's what that is. You know what I mean? I kind of figured out because I was like, how could you evaluate that? And then when ESPN started realizing like, yo, we might not even need these people. Like, you know, people don't really care too much about these people. And then when you there, it's like you have like an old guard, like times got to change.
Right.
I don't feel like listening to the same people from that I was watching fucking 20 years ago still be on these shows, sports talk shows.
A lot of that shit's impact too though. Because I was thinking about that shit, right? I was thinking about that because when we talked about Vlad and No Jumper, right? People categorize them as the Koji vultures. I started to look at that shit different because when LeBron went through his shit with Stephen A. Smith, he went into the Pat McAfee episode, the show, to voice his shit up. Like, and I was like, damn, I was like, damn, why didn't LeBron go to like a black media joint to say something? Because the impact that Pat McAfee got. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is where I want to go over here.
Pat McAfee is dope though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, you know what I mean? Like,
he's very entertaining.
Even like when Drake did his interview, like, damn, why did Drake not go to like one of the people in the culture? You went to like the girl Bobby because of the impact that he knew we get with it. So even our biggest stars don't fuck with us in the lane with us because when I say something, I need that shit to hit an audience far beyond the reach of what you got. You know what I mean? Because we on some, like you said, neighborhood shit. We talking about what Cindy did down the block, or what Cheryl did, or yo, you know, Joe just got out of jail. Neighborhood shit that motherfuckers in another neighborhood don't even give a fuck about. We talk about neighborhood shit that's going on in only our culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you can't say that about Adam 22. Adam 22 talk about a bunch of underground shit, and them motherfuckers will go get underground people, mostly a bunch of underground people, and talk about whatever fucking crimes and all that shit they did more than their music.
True. No, the only reason I said I listen to this shit different.
Them is two motherfuckers that that will have artists on there and talk about everything except their music.
They will. Only reason I say I look at that shit different because at least them with a major platform will try to go and get a motherfucker that, like you said before, what you speak about is what you speak about on the show. Rightfully so. I don't got to talk about my crimes or whatever. But they two major platforms that'll go to the neighborhoods to go get the local artists.
Who?
Adam and Vlad.
Because they can. Because if you go, somebody gonna put a gun in your face.
You right.
But a white person, you gonna bring a white person around and say he was in the hood. He's protected. You protecting a white person because you know if you did something to a white person, the cops will come flip that neighborhood upside down and y'all put y'all under the jail.
Yeah, you right.
If you went to the neighborhood and got your head bust open, they not the cops is not coming and throwing everybody in jail.
Right.
You do that to a white person, it's gonna be hell to pay.
Yeah, because that's what Bull said when he went looking for Nas. So I was asking people around for Nas. Motherfuckers with the guns out. He trying to sign this man. He said, I was trying to find Nas.
Yeah, because
motherfuckers put the guns out on me. Like,
yeah, because you think another black man is a threat to you.
Right,
a white,
right.
You know what I mean? A white person can come to the hood.
Yeah.
Oh, we brought them to the hood. Okay. For a bunch of people that's just really don't care nothing about your music.
True.
And just whatever you going through in your life is entertainment for them.
True.
So if your ass end up going to jail for your rest of your life, it's just entertainment for them and they moving on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for all this hanging out and all this talking, can't nobody name none of your songs.
Right.
Because they not highlighting that. They not highlighting your music. They highlighting the shit that you may have got into, the beef or whatever you got into. Or if you still getting in trouble in this neighborhood. Or what, you know what I'm saying? Or what your criminal life was like when you was a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about everything except your music. But people just think that that's going to be a look. A look for what? For people that ain't going to buy your shit? No way.
Right.
They looking for you to entertain them with your life, not your music. So when we hear about your ass get locked up and go get 50 goddamn years, it's going to be something insane. People just scrolling on their phone. Mind you, that's your life. They just scrolling right past. Oh, such and such rapper got 50 years in jail. Scroll right on and go about their life.
Right.
Ain't never listened to your music no way. So everybody running the Vlad and Adam 22, please tell me that y'all goddamn streams or whatever went up.
Yeah, I know, you're right.
I bet you they didn't.
Yeah.
I bet you they didn't. Because their audience don't care. They want to be entertained about whatever's going on in your life.
Right.
They're not going to start bumping your music.
Right.
They're not. Because I ain't never heard nobody say, yo, we went on Vlad, that took us to the next level.
Yeah.
Still can't, you're still struggling where you could have probably built up with black media and built yourself up to people that's actually going to listen to your damn music. Not people that just want to hear about whatever fucking goddamn shootouts and all that crazy shit that you done got into because it's just entertaining for them.
Right.
To listen to. So people running to people trying to get it in front of an audience that ain't gonna give a damn about you no goddamn way.
Right.
You know what I mean? So everybody running because they got more, I guess, subscribers or they get more views, but not understanding that you could have been somewhere smaller where the people that, okay, he's on this platform and they gonna check out your music. They might check out your music and actually buy it and support you.
Right.
Not this motherfucker over here got 2 million subscribers, so the interview did this many goddamn plays, but you sat around and talking about all the shit you got into growing up, and that's all they care about. We don't give a damn about your music, no way. Couldn't name a goddamn song that you had for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Know what I mean? Y'all trying to get on and be rappers. You're trying to get don't forget, you're trying to get your music heard. You're trying to get your music heard so you can grow, your career can grow. Not a bunch of people that want to hear about all the goddamn times you've been locked up and all the shootouts that you've been into, and they gonna give a damn about your music. They ain't buying this shit. Cause for everybody that running them platforms, how y'all careers going? Did y'all career just all of a sudden just get a super boost? No. But anyway, man, let's get to what we was about to talk about. Yeah, damn, I forgot. I was gonna say something else to close that out. I forgot about what I was gonna say. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about when I was saying that everybody run into who has the bigger number, right? Or who got more views, who gets more views and all that. Not understanding, is it going to even relate? Is it going to translate? Or what are you here for? What like what are you getting out of that? That's why people not thinking about that. You're not going to get nothing out of that. You're going to go, you're going to go on one of them platforms and sit in front of a bunch of people that don't give a damn about your music, no way.
True.
Tell us all dysfunctional shit that happened in your life. That's going to be entertaining us. Don't even bother telling us about your music, your album, because we don't care no damn way.
Right.
We don't care no damn way. You going to the people that don't care. Just because a lot of them. So you going to go on a lot of them, you're going to get a lot of views about people that don't care. We could have might have went to somebody that got a smaller following at the time, but it's going to be more people that actually care to learn about who you are, your music and all of that, and support you. That's all that is, man. Everybody looking for, and I heard, and this ties into, heard the clip that Memphis Bleak said when he was trying to deal with artists and stuff like that, run the label and all that. People didn't want to really deal with him. They wanted to, I guess they thought being around him was going to automatically make them be around Jay, and stuff like that. He said something to that effect. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you think, okay, I'm gonna come around in what? Being around Jay is gonna make you Jay? Jay is Jay. You still gotta be you.
Right.
So if you was around him, what is that gonna do for you? That's how you gonna do for you.
Right.
Nigga, this is not 1999. You being around him is gonna automatically do what for you?
Right.
It's going to do what for you? It's going to make everybody buy your records? Do you rap like him? He make a song like him. So being around him does what for you at this point in life?
I think people just want to be famous, though.
Exactly.
They just want to be famous. That's all they care about, just being famous. And when they get this shit, they don't know how to let it go. Because you see people blow up in whatever space they in, right? And if that shit start to diminish, you just see them everywhere in other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because a motherfucker just need to be famous. You just need to be famous. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just, the need for that shit, it kills them. You know what I'm saying? They can't lose that shit. Yeah, man. That shit is crazy.
Yeah, and that like, damn, we might as well just keep this episode going then. And it has no, if you're not focusing on the craft and what you're actually doing, I'm just trying to be around. It's
right.
That's why you have the people who I need to be known at all costs. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. It don't matter what it's for. It don't matter if I'm on reality TV arguing and fighting and looking dysfunctional.
Right.
Long as, because what are you getting out of that? What in the world are y'all getting out of some of the stuff that they doing? Yeah, because now you got people just running around trying to be everywhere and do everything, just trying to be seen.
Yeah, I think, the need to have your fucking 15 minutes or 15 seconds of fame is crazy. Because sometimes you might watch a video that somebody uploaded, you be like, why would they upload this video? It could be the most degrading shit. Like, damn, they didn't go back and look at this. Why would they put this video up there? Because they just want to be seen.
Right.
Motherfuckers want to be seen so bad, don't care. The common folk. It was one lady, she put the video up. She was in her car talking like, I guess I'm going to start my vlog. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. And it's like a roach was crawling in her hair. A roach, and she like zoomed in on the gym. And I'm like, why would you put, if you talk about you insecure, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Why would you choose that video? Because just the need to want to be seen, man, is so crazy. Yo, that's why you'll see a motherfucker out here that'll have, like you said, Instagram followers. They have like 100,000, 200,000, but don't know how to leverage that into dollars. But the fact that 100, 200,000 people was following me is enough that I'm not even trying to look for the information to see how I can leverage this into dollars. I don't even care. I'm somebody. Matter of fact, when I go to your shit, I'm like, but you only got what? 10,000? Yeah, but I make 10,000 a week though off my 10,000. You got 200,000. What you getting?
Oh, you got people who they got more followers for doing comedy skits, but ain't making no money.
Right.
And they got more followers than people that's doing real estate that's making $1 million a year.
Exactly. Yeah.
The person that's out here doing real estate making a couple $1 million a year got 10,000 followers, and this motherfucker got 1 million followers for doing comedy skits.
Right.
Because it's all about you. You're entertaining me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about it's all about escapism for some people. The person that got the information that could change your life only got 10,000 followers.
Right.
The person that's entertaining you for a minute or two got 1 million.
Mm-hmm.
And then still don't know what to do with that because you're not looking for the information. Okay, you famous. Fame doesn't equal money.
Nope.
That's another thing our people need to understand. Just because you got a lot of followers or people know you walk down the street don't mean that you making any gonna make money.
Right.
People think because they are somebody is famous or they a celebrity, they make money.
Right.
That's not the case. Because we was talking about this, I think we was talking about this off camera. That clip everybody talking about with B. Simone talking to that woman talking to B. Simone or whatever. And you know, when you're friends with a celebrity and this and that, just because a person is a celebrity don't mean that they got it.
Right. True.
Black people assume being famous with you got money.
Right.
That don't mean that they could be barely making any money or not making no money doing anything at all. People really think because if you have Instagram followers that you are making money. No, some people got 1 million followers and have no clue what to do.
At all. At all.
They don't have no clue what to do with it. And if they did try to do something, you still got to navigate that because there's a bunch of predatory ass people out here.
Right.
You may get in business with somebody who gonna rob you.
Right. But you said
or get over on you.
You said something when we did the motherfucking preachers up, husbands down, like how that it's like a pimp. And when you a pimp, you damn near gotta finesse this broad's mind and let her feel like you care about her. So as a content creator, that's what a lot of content creators do. They get in there, the lights and the fucking aesthetic and everything is so beautiful. But then you walk out that motherfucker, I gotta buy bots to have views. I gotta make you think that this shit is what it's not. You gotta finesse a motherfucker mind because you can have 2 true views, but the shit look crazy. Come on, man. Like, motherfuckers is doing too much, man.
Well, remember, it's style over substance.
Yeah.
Because that's how everybody's about. You know what I mean? Because that's the win for us. You know what I mean? The nice clothes, the car, the jewelry. You're right. That's why people can go all out with a set and don't nobody care that you make content.
Right.
You're not getting no views. It don't matter if you got a fucking $3,000 outfit on. You're getting no views.
Right.
That's why it probably boggles some people's mind like, how can these dudes just sit in in his house and get the views they get? It's substance first. Now I know we running a little slow with getting our stuff together. We just now getting our thing together. You know what I mean? We gonna upgrade and all that, but like I said, we thank y'all for rocking with us. You know what I mean? But so I had to put my foot. I had to put my foot to my own behind and say, all right, man, y'all been in the room for a few years now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you know what I mean? Because the support we got kind of making me like a little too comfortable. Like, all right, man, it's time to upgrade. But we have the luxury of doing that because people rock with us.
Right.
You know what I mean? We get numbers.
Right.
Some of these people was all style, not getting any numbers.
Yeah.
Everybody dressed up. Don't nobody care you gotta see. And that's the difference. It's a difference between some of y'all that need to keep grinding because of nobody know y'all and you ain't got no exposure. Then people who everybody know that you make content and everybody know that you got a podcast and nobody cares. That's 2 different things.
Right. Right.
Some of these people got 1 million people on Instagram, millions of people followers on Instagram. Everybody know that you do a podcast. nobody cares.
Right.
Go on and hang that up. Go and hang that up. Some of y'all wasting time and money doing the same stuff. Some people are not creative enough. Y'all don't think outside the box enough. A lot of y'all became famous for doing one thing. It could have been comedy skits. Y'all could have been professional athletes. Y'all could have been on TV.
True. Yeah.
So now everybody care about y'all when y'all doing that one thing. Anything else it doesn't garner enough interest. It does not garner enough interest for people to go out of see when you do this, people got to go out of their way to want to listen to you. Yeah. Sit around and listen to you for an hour or 2 or 3. That's easier said than done. That's why y'all be like, you always saying thank you every episode. Yes, this is easier said than done to keep y'all wanting to listen to someone every week. Take time out y'all day to listen to our whole episode every time we drop an episode.
And then listen to the shit again.
Yeah, and listen to it 2 or 3 times. We just talking about some people can't get y'all to listen to them one time.
Right. Our average is 1.8. That means you listen to this shit, then you damn near listen to it again.
See what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So some people ain't even got the one time, let alone replay value. Seriously. This is easier said than done. And some of these people are seeing that, okay, why you got 2 million Instagram followers but can't get 10,000 plays on a podcast episode?
Right.
Not 100,000 plays. Some of y'all can't get 10,000 plays.
Right. Right.
It's a difference between some of y'all that just, some of y'all starting from the bottom the same way we did. Some of y'all just got to grind y'all and get y'all exposure because a lot of y'all is dope. Shout out to a new podcast I was watching. It's called The Jam. Jam is spelled with 2 A's though. Jaam. Intelligent Young Brothers. Know what I mean? Dope podcast, man. I just got up on them. I watched them. Know what I mean? I've been watching for a few months now. I've been watching The Viral Way. Yeah. Watching them for months now. They dope.
Yeah.
We got some dope podcasts out there.
Yeah, you do.
So they just got to keep working so they get their exposure. And then they going to go around. They probably going to go around the roadblocks. They're going to jump over the hurdles because when you dope, first thing they do is try to slow you down.
Right.
So they can stick around.
Yep.
They're going to try to slow you down. But it's different between everybody know, some people not knowing that you have when you just got to grow your audience, and everybody knowing that you got a product content or you make content or you got a podcast and just don't nobody care. Yeah. A lot of these people have, everybody in the world know they got a podcast, nobody listen to it.
Yep. Here today, going tomorrow.
Know what I mean? Because some of these people on the algorithm, I ain't never watched nothing they do, but they've been on the algorithm forever. Yeah. I know y'all know who I'm talking about. Some of these people just be on your algorithm, on your timeline, and you don't care nothing about it. Right. And that's the problem that you're gonna have with this. Now we might as well go get into this. This is the problem that a lot of y'all who are good, who are talented, are gonna have to face. This with any business, any hustle, whatever that makes money. You're gonna have the people who are talented and the people who are not talented. Because everybody wants to make money. Whether you're creative or talented or not, they want to make money too. True. See, those are the people that's willing to do any and everything. That's why they'll run and go sign a deal, sign up underneath somebody else or whatever, and then you use that person's power and influence to slow everybody else down. So you'll go to somebody that the person that signed you and go to them and say, well, this other podcast over here, they doing good. Slow them down. Make some phone calls and slow them down. Yep. That's why some of y'all is like, damn, we putting in a lot of work, man. How come like our views and we not like really in the algorithm and people saying they don't get the notifications and all that stuff. Yeah, because somebody doing somebody a favor, know what I mean, to slow down what y'all trying to do. Yeah. So they can put the people that they done signed and put, that's why I keep trying to force the same people and the same goddamn content, the same podcast people on y'all that y'all don't even rock with. Right. Because they tied into somebody because they already invested in these people. Right. These people not as good as y'all, but they are invested in them. So we got to do what we got to do to slow y'all down. And that's why when some of y'all open up y'all phone, the same people on y'all algorithm that y'all don't even care nothing about.
All day. All day.
So for as much as they on the algorithm, you would think their numbers be great. Mm-hmm. Nobody cares.
Right.
But people higher up people have invested money in them. So they gonna do what they gotta do to slow you down. That's why some of y'all are like us. You just get your Facebook pages took for no reason. Your Instagram gets took for no reason. Yep. Your damn YouTube, you get put on suspension for no reason. And can't nobody give you an explanation from these companies why you suspended or why your page gets took. They doing it as a favor for people that they make a lot of money with. So if y'all better than a lot of people, because a lot of y'all are way better than a lot of these people.
And when that shit happen, yo, we gotta stop showing motherfuckers that shit has so much hold on us. Shout out to Meatball. Love you to death. You know what I'm saying? When that shit happened, dog, we get so emotional, we break the fuck. That shit was the help for the exposure. That shit was not chill. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, even when it happened to Boozy was on the joint, like, snapping, like, motherfuckers took my shit, so I make my money. Stop showing these motherfuckers that shit got a hold on us.
Exactly.
Because when they see that, they gonna play with you every time. Yeah, oh, they love it like that?
Yeah.
We got them then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the shit happened to us. Yo, motherfucker like, damn, you ain't put a shirt out. Bro, we on shirt suspension. Oh, why ain't y'all say something? When they come back, then I'll put the shorts back out.
Exactly. Like, I mean, we not built to cry about this and make this the end all be all. I remember the OG Trick saying this. I'm not putting my livelihood and everything I got going on in life into something that somebody can just take away or turn the power off on.
Right.
That's why our philosophy is no, we getting where we gotta go. These people putting the roadblocks up, They putting the hurdles up. Know what I'm saying? We ain't doing nothing but fighting through that. We still getting where we gotta go. We still getting where we gotta go. We don't come in here and say, yo, man, they just snatched the Facebook page for us for no reason.
Right.
Know what I mean? Eventually they gonna give it back.
Right.
We don't let that stop us. We getting where we gotta go.
Yep.
Yeah, some of these people, that got a hold on them mentally, physically, emotionally. I was to the point they put that in the bio. Oh, I was deleted at 250K. I gotta give a goddamn. Who's gonna care that your other page was bigger than that? Who cares, baby?
Bro, Joe.
I'm here because you're cute with a big butt. I don't give a damn how many. I don't care how many followers you got.
If you build it, they will come, and if you build it, you can build it again.
Exactly.
Facts. Know what I'm saying? If you build it, you can build it again.
But that's the main obstacle. Some of y'all that want to get in this and is getting into this, that is the obstacle that you're going to have to fight through the most. Is you got a bunch of people that everybody wants to make money even though they ain't got no kind of talent. Everybody wants to control this. This is the new music business.
Yes, it is.
This is the music version of music business. So they want to sign the people they want to sign for nothing and make a gang of money off you.
Yep.
So that's why they're trying to control this so bad. And a lot of these people ran and signed a bunch of deals, and now that's why they just trying to force the same people on y'all over and over again, and y'all already not clicking on it and not watching it.
Right.
But they just keep trying to force it on y'all. Force it on y'all. And anybody who do start making waves and start looking like people for them, they gonna slow y'all down. That's why some of y'all looking like, damn, been putting in work for a minute, yo. The numbers ain't growing. Yeah, because somebody told them, man, take them out the algorithm.
Yep.
Take them out the algorithm and slow them down. I need the people that I signed to be on these people's phones all day long.
Yep.
Because we trying to make money. That's the issue that you're gonna have with any business that makes money. Yeah. You're gonna have everybody wants to make money, whether they creative, whether when they talented or what. That's the problem. And that's one of the major problems that makes this boring. Podcasting is dead. No, a lot of y'all are just boring and corny, and y'all don't have no personality.
True.
Y'all don't have it to do this. Y'all not captivating enough. Y'all not interesting enough. Y'all don't think outside the box enough. But y'all just want to be on camera and want to be famous. Some people are doing this to be famous.
Right.
People make content to be famous.
That's because motherfuckers ain't built up a loyal audience though. If I got such and such Joe Blow on my show and everybody loves Joe Blow, Then next thing you know, my fucking episode get 3 million, 4 million views. I'm equating that to, oh, they like me. No, they don't like you. They just happen to like the person you interviewed.
Yeah,
you can't leverage that in that space.
Yeah, you can't. Now, I mean, that's why it was so important for us to, all right, we got to build it up and people got to rock with us.
Right.
People have to rock with us. I said we can always start talking to people and have people on later.
True.
We need to know if people rock with us.
Right.
Because we came out here and just started calling in every favor I got, everybody I know that got a story, and everybody that do all that, okay. And then if me and you just sitting on here by ourselves, nobody care to listen to us.
Right. That shit meant nothing.
And because if I was only getting views because, man, he was only getting the views because I still had the stripper chicks on there. Mm-hmm. So what happen if I don't have them on here?
Right.
Y'all not going to watch. Y'all may not watch me. That's why I thought it was important to, all right, we got something here because people rock with us.
Yeah.
We can always do all that other stuff later. People rock with us. We can always do all this other stuff later. We can always get on, social media and start doing, skits and stuff like that. I have people come on and have guest stuff. We can always do that later.
Right.
People got to rock with us. That's our power in this. People rock with us.
Yeah.
Not depending on who we have on. Because how you going to sell it to somebody? Oh, well, we want you to advertise on our show. Okay, well, one show y'all had 50 Cent on there, so that did a few million, you know what I'm saying? So when you do our advertising, who you gonna have on there? Man, somebody that nobody really even know or ain't even thinking about.
Right.
So that's the thing with that, man. Like I said, easier said than done. Mm-hmm. And
then I ain't gonna front. A lot of y'all interviewing Styles' ass. A lot of y'all interviewing Styles' ass. Like y'all pull motherfuckers out. Y'all don't ask the questions that I be intrigued with. Y'all talk about the same shit I already heard these motherfuckers talk about 1,000,000 times.
Yeah. Because like I said, people just doing this and it's not really they not invested in their craft. They just here showing up and they really don't take it that serious. That's why I wouldn't want. Like I say, eventually gonna start. It's people I want to talk to. I want to talk to people that everybody else don't talk to all the time. I'm not doing one person is on everybody's show all in the same damn week, saying the same goddamn thing. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen over here. I'm gonna go get somebody. It's people that I already got in my head that I want to talk to. That some people I ain't never heard nobody interview before.
Right.
I'm gonna go try to find them people and connect with them people. Now I'm not saying I ain't gonna never follow or talk to anybody that's known or whatever, but I'm not doing the press run. So when we get this thing aesthetically looking right, when we get up out of here, because we got our plans and works, we get up out of here and start talking to people. Don't have your people hit me up talking about something such as got an album to drop and they want to come through and talk. You can miss me with all that. Because I'm not going to be the one person. I'm not going to be one person out of 20 different goddamn people that all put an episode out with you on it this week.
Right.
I don't do that. I don't even click on that shit. I don't.
Right.
This same one person is on doing everybody's show this week.
Right.
I might skip everybody goddamn show.
Yeah.
I might skip everybody's show. I don't want to hear that person telling the same goddamn story 5-6 different times the same in a damn week.
Right. Because a lot of y'all not even invested in the people to even ask the questions that y'all be like, damn, if I interview such and such, I would like to know about. Y'all don't even dig into that shit.
They don't, because a lot of these people were just on there everybody fishing, doing whatever they got to do for some views. Had these people, you probably don't even listen to them. You don't listen to some of these people's music. You don't.
Right.
And I'm not about to tell somebody I'm 40 and that person is 20-something. I don't even listen to you shit. I don't care nothing about you. You just got 5 million goddamn Instagram followers, so that's why we with it. Nobody gonna sit there and tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about your goddamn music. I couldn't name a song in my life depending on it.
But that's the virality of doing it. Cause like that's why Jim is doing what he's doing, because the podcast with the older gentleman and the young boy, he says something from his point of view and they could, what? You don't like but in his world, that's what it is. Why would you? That's why I said, yo, they gave us hip hop and told us how to enjoy it. If that's how he enjoy hip hop, that's how he enjoy hip hop. But clip that shit up because it's gonna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's man. That's what that shit is. And the crazy thing about it, shout out to them and their podcast, because I ain't gonna front. I went back and I watched a couple episodes, but then you gotta think about like me just trying to capture this viral moment. How many people just want to see this clip, and how many people are gonna become listeners? Because you can have a crazy moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, luckily enough for us, our crazy moment was when you did the joint about, you know what I'm saying, the never ending story, then it was another joint. And that shit drew in followers and listeners and subscribers. It wasn't like a clip that they're like, yo, them niggas is crazy. And then you don't even hear from us because a motherfucker don't follow you. Mm-hmm. Just that little 15-second or 1 minute dopamine hit that you got from the entertainment, you just kept scrolling after that. A lot of y'all can't sustain motherfucking people because all y'all got is those one hitters. That's all you got. You know what I mean? You out there, you a boxer, you like, all I gotta do is hit a motherfucker one time and I'm good. No, this shit not like that. You gotta be consistent in this shit. And one thing I say about us, we've been consistent from the jump. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. None of you motherfuckers out there outworking us. We don't take off, no vacation time. You motherfuckers know, for one, you know what I mean? Iso showed me how the shit is. Episodes drop every fucking Tuesday and Friday. You might get a notification on Sunday for the Friday episode. Our shits come out consistently. Y'all not outworking us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not outdoing us. Y'all don't come from the angles we come on. Y'all don't think the way we think. You know what I'm saying? This shit really is a layup. This shit really do feel like when D-Wade threw LeBron the oop and he already knew what it was. I only got to turn around. I threw my man the oop and it is what it is. This is the moment. That's what this shit is. We like 400 some odd episodes in. We damn near about to catch Joe. And shout out to Joe. Joe, we damn near about to catch Joe. Just think about that. How many episodes is Joe on? Because like we
Joe ain't got 1,000 episodes yet. He been out for years.
Where Joe at, man? Why to type this shit in?
Yeah, man. Joe been out for a while, man.
Joe was on episode 836.
Okay. Yeah.
We have 400 right now. I mean, Joe not stopping. But who else is we worrying about? Who else is consistent as we is? Thought we 400 some odd episodes. We ain't no fly by night motherfucker. A lot of you motherfuckers don't make it to 100. You know what I mean? Y'all throwing the towel and y'all ready to put this shit in the pawn shop.
They don't listen.
Yo, wrap this shit up, yo. See how much we can get for this. Yo, come on, man.
Yeah, it don't. Trust me, it don't matter, man. We about to do is about to change. Stuff we about to do is about to change the internet, dog.
Yeah.
Stuff we about to do is about to change the internet.
But I told you we already done did, though.
Yeah. I mean, we have, because when we came along, now you see people putting more thought into their titles, trying to make a catchier title. You know what I mean? You got people recording now people trying to record more than once a week. Right. Because back when Joe started doing it, ain't nobody follow suit. Because everybody thought they was still cool doing one episode. Right. We came along and started doing multiple episodes. That's when everybody started doing multiple episodes. Joe was already doing it first, but nobody followed that. Yeah. Everybody thought they was good with the one.
And shout out to Joe, because at least Joe kept the shit real. Joe, it's like, Joe, why don't you like help the other young podcasters? Listen, I'm not telling these motherfuckers how to move me out the way. Shout out to Joe, because a motherfucker keep it real. I respect that. They got to figure it out the way I figured it out. I respect that. That's cool. You let me know what it is. Yeah, but these other motherfuckers come out here, they want to sauce you. Yo, I fuck with y'all content. I look at y'all all the time. Damn, well, I'm trying to get where you at. Man,
if we get where you at, where the fuck he gonna be at?
Yeah.
If you get his fucking spot, then what? So I understand. So I understand where he come from with that. Yeah. Like,
and that's why, like,
I get it.
Off the mic, that's why with the conversation we have, I realize why people be in the positions that they in. Like when we got the word, it was like, yo, you know, such and such run the podcast division over there. But they a podcast though. Ain't that like a conflict of interest?
Yeah, it's conflict
of interest. You know what I mean? Like, wait a minute.
Right. It makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
It makes sense for them, so that way it can keep so it can keep all the dope ass people out.
Right. You like, yo.
And keep trying to force feed whatever favors they got or whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever partnerships or whatever connections they got, and keep trying to force feed y'all the same people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's just crazy, but they love that because the control that they got in that field.
Yeah, and that keeps people. I mean, it's not like I said, it's not gonna stop us. You know what I mean? We got this shit that's about to change the internet. Trust me. The shit that I'm doing, everybody, it's a copycat league. Everybody gonna copy. Everybody. I mean, it's already people kind of copying what we do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? No disrespect to because to Joe or Jada. You know what I'm saying? Because I have spent my money on both their music.
Yeah, no doubt.
But like now it kind of makes sense that company, and it's no disrespect to them, it's business, that company kind of like stopped communicating with us. So now it made sense that's why they stopped communicating with us, because they probably felt like, why are we trying to get Ern and Iso? We can just go get two people that's already known and just roll like that. Because you know what I'm saying? Communication just stopped or whatever, and then just...
Yeah, but you can't copy what we got, though.
And then it's just, all right, Joe and Jada. I was like, when I seen Joe and Jada, I'm like, Joe and Jada kind of sound like Ern and Iso.
Yeah.
And then when I found out the company that's behind it, I'm like, okay, that makes sense of why they probably was like, all right, we're not even going to pursue Ern and Iso no more. We just going to try to, this is our idea. We just take people that's already known,
right,
and kind of, you know what I'm saying, take that template or whatever and just do it like that. All right, it's business. Know what I mean? It was a business move. I understand it. Know what I mean? It was a business move. Like I said, I mean, I ain't gonna slow nobody down, man. You know, I understand that this has been, like I said, one thing real estate showed me, that when you talking about life changing money, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be cutthroat business, man.
Yeah, it is.
Know what I mean? So I guess they probably felt like, all right, we can sidestep. That's a hurdle that we ain't got to go over with people that's not known. We take people that's already known.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? And just kind of make it kind of like something like this, somewhat the same format or whatever. But
yeah, I feel you.
Like I said, I actually watched the episodes. They had some dope episodes.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? When they go back to telling the stories and all that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they had some dope episodes though. So, yeah, but that kind of when I found out the people that was behind the podcast, I was like, oh, okay, all right, that's why out of nowhere they just kind of like left us alone. I guess they felt like, well, we might have to try to build them up, and they not two people that's known. We can get two people that's already known.
Yeah.
So, all right. I mean, I get it. It's business.
Yeah, I respect it too.
Yeah, that's whatever. But yeah, but this thing, right? Like I said, to y'all out there that make content, that's good. Like some of y'all is dope. Some of y'all making some good content. The problem that you're gonna have is you have to fight through the people that want to try to stop you. That's not as good as you. You're gonna always have these people who are around who want to make money. They may not be as good as you, or they got people they already signed, and they need to try to ensure that they try to win, so they try to slow everybody else down.
Yeah,
that's what you're gonna have.
You just gotta keep going, because the silent wins in that was when I realized, I'm like, damn, my man said that shit. Now motherfuckers is talking about that shit.
What?
Anything. I'm not saying nothing in particular. Anything. Those are solid wins that you gotta have when you know you're not getting the recognition you deserve. When you put something out and it might not do what you think it's gonna do, but then you see other content creators picking that shit apart and they saying shit from what you already said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the small wins that you're gonna have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I mean, and then I don't necessarily need the recognition, but I do understand that that's letting me know, like, we kind of like at the forefront, and there's people that y'all change what y'all do based on us. We don't do what y'all do. Y'all kind of, some people out here do what we do.
Right.
Just like you ain't hear nobody talking about, oh, you know, the pastor's like a pimp. Now people saying that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, right. Motherfuckers I didn't even know was talking about church start talking about church.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now it's the whole it ain't.
Yeah.
You know, we always call it the black community. You know what I mean? It ain't no community. This, that, and the third.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, just like this BT Wars. It's about time people came back to our shit. This is our shit. Yeah, we been said that.
Right.
Y'all worrying about they shit. Yeah, this our shit. Yeah, this is, we needed people to come back to our shit, build our shit up.
Right, exactly.
We been said
exactly.
that shit.
Everybody want to show up for the Grammys.
Right.
Ain't nobody showing up for the BET Awards or the Soul Train Awards.
Right, we been said that shit.
That's where you should have been showing up and showing out.
Right.
With stuff that's for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Source Awards. That stuff should be still should be going on.
Hell yeah.
Should be showing up and showing out for that. Not just, I'm crying about the Grammys. We have people celebrating you.
Right.
Over here. White man's ice is colder. Or whoever run that over there.
Right.
We need a recognition from them. You need a recognition from them. When your ass pass away, that's a trophy. That's an award, and that's an award. Mm-hmm. You gonna pass away with, whatever. But that means more to who? That means more to who? The people that love you is over here watching the BET Awards.
Yep.
The majority of them people that's watching you on the Grammys ain't gonna buy your records no damn way.
Nope.
That's what kills me. Everybody running to a bigger audience but don't care. That don't care about you.
But
doesn't matter that the audience is bigger if they don't care about you anyway. You are going over there. You instead of being you rather be tolerated over there than celebrated over here.
Right.
Tolerated. Okay, we got to listen to these rappers get on stage and perform. We don't give a damn about your music.
Right.
We're not buying this shit. We're not buying it. So who cares whether you perform on the Grammys? The people ain't gonna buy it no damn way. We think it's annoying. Y'all could have been at the Soul Train Awards.
For the people that love you.
You know what I mean? With the people that love you, people that's gonna watch, that's gonna support your music and care about you.
Right.
You wanna run around and perform for the people that ain't gonna give a damn with you any damn way.
Right.
You think it's more people, it's more prestigious to win a Grammy from the people that really don't want to give you one. You gotta fight for them to give you one, and really don't want to give your ass one. No, I'd rather go to the people that want to give me one, want to give me an award, that want me around, that want me to be on stage performing, that want to televise when people win an award.
Yeah, some shit is going to translate. Because we hear that shit, we like, yo, I forgot all about that shit. Now your streams may go up. Because we listen to the music anyway. You know what I'm saying? Not some shit that don't make a difference. Shit that don't make a difference, but you just happy to put that shit on your mantelpiece, though. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what killed me about all that, running the goddamn, like Vlad, M22, and all the people that, all right, you get more views, but the views is to hear about your life and whether your ass is seeing whether your ass is going to crash out or not. Most of the people are not giving a damn about your music no damn way.
True.
You getting on there is not going to help them people. It's not going to help you. Did anybody ever go on there and say, after I was on there, man, yo, man, my shit got turned all the way up? No. Name a person that did.
Right.
Name a person where that shit helped you.
Right.
No, we want to hear about what's happening in your dysfunctional ass life, what you was doing out, what your ass got locked up for, and caring nothing about your damn music.
You're right. You're right about that, because there's not even no follow-up after this shit. Like, it ain't like he like, you know what, next week we gonna go talk to Ab. We gonna see how Ab doing. We gonna check on AR Ab. Like, shit done. Move on to the next motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you right. You right. Because there is,
see what I'm saying? Yeah, you right. Because, okay, they locked up in jail. We just gonna move on and try to find somebody else to talk about their life so I can get some views.
Yep.
When the media over here is still checking in with the crew, talking to him on the phone. You see what I'm saying? People that are invested in these people, invested in these artists. They actually give a damn about how they doing or what they doing. Not you just there for the moment for me to get some, okay, you just entertainment for me in the moment, and they don't give a damn. They probably never listen to a song, and they probably never gonna listen to one of your songs. They just watching you on Vlad or Adam 22 talk about how you used to, the stuff that went on with you in the community, the beefs you had and all that, and that's what's entertaining in them. They don't have no other type of investment in you. When the black media is the one that still care about, you know what I mean, what's going on with you, what's going on with the crew, what's going on with your movement, what you they don't care, just move right along.
Right.
Other motherfuckers just move right along.
Right. Right.
See, but man, listen. This shit here, man, like I said, man, I had to understand, because the way this came about for me was not like I jumped up and said, yo, I need to be famous at all costs, whatever I gotta do, this my way. That's not how I approached it. Cause I never cared about being famous, none of that in life. This is something that I fell into.
Anyway.
You know what I'm saying? But I had to understand that some of these people, that's probably all they care about. This, and now that they probably have this in some sort of capacity, that's why they running around doing whatever they gotta do to try to keep it. You know what I mean? To try to get it or try to keep it. I had to stop and think and understand that. I had to understand, because to me, that's some of the phoniest shit in the world, to get on front of camera, in front of a microphone and say, I'm all about my people, I'm all about my black people. You know what I'm saying? We can all get it. You know what I mean? It's enough money for everybody, and then get off the fucking camera and when ain't nobody looking, do the exact opposite. Get on camera and talk about helping people and get out, you know what I mean, helping black people, and then off camera doing shit to slow other black people down.
Right.
That just made no sense to me.
Yep.
But I had to stop understand that this is all some of these people ever wanted in life. It's not like that for me, because I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? That's why.
Well, a lot of motherfuckers not comfortable in their own skin. You went your whole life and you was never nothing. High school you wasn't shit. Middle school you wasn't shit. This the highlight of your life right now.
Yes. So I had to understand it. Just same way when I was talking about what was going on with pushing Travis Scott. I had to think that I don't know Travis Scott. For Travis Scott, this could be the end all be all for him.
Right.
So he feel like whatever he got to do, so he can maintain a career and survive, where I gotta be your friend today and his friend tomorrow and his friend after that and this and whatever I gotta do to do whatever I gotta do, because it's just people like that.
Right.
Who just try to play every side, not both sides, every side.
And some people might just be like that naturally. Fuck it, he could just be that type of person. We don't know these motherfuckers. He could just be like that naturally.
Yeah, a person that's just, it's all about my survival and my prosperity.
Right.
So yeah, I'll come and want your help, and I'm cool with the person who is just dissing you.
Right.
But I want your help because I'm worried about me. And then the person that he's enemies with, if that person can help me, I'll go be around him.
Right.
Some people are just like that. Some people just naturally, you're right, some people just naturally like that.
Survival
some people are
kicking like a motherfucker.
Some people will come and be your friend and then go right to the boss and say, yo, he went to McDonald's for lunch. He ain't supposed to be leaving the building.
Right.
And you'd be like, why the fuck this person sits and didn't think you gonna come around me? Then the next time they see you, good morning.
Yeah.
What the fuck you talking to me, fam? You just told on everybody. And that's normal to them.
Because they don't take that type of shit personal. Like, they look at you like, why you taking that shit personal?
Yeah.
You was wrong because you left. Why are you taking it personal? You shouldn't have left. If you wouldn't have left, I wouldn't have told. Yeah. I work with motherfuckers like that.
Yeah, it's people that think, it's people that should boggle your mind. It's people that think like that.
You put me in a position I could have lost my fucking job. Well, why did you do it then?
Right.
Why did you fucking tell? It's none of your business to even tell what I did.
Yeah, so people
but you shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, it's people that think you be sitting there trying to understand, like, what the fuck is going on in your mind? Especially something that ain't none of your business, no way. It don't affect you in no kind of way.
Yeah. Yeah.
It don't affect you in no kind of way. But some people are just like that. You just gotta understand, everybody's not like you.
No, you're not.
Like, I don't never go tell on somebody else because I got caught doing something. What you doing? Man, you was on break for an hour. You on break for an hour. Okay, that's what it is. I ain't gonna tell that everybody, other people was with me.
Right.
Some people were just telling everybody. Some people, listen, man, listen. One time, I was chilling. I kid you not. One time I was chilling at Burger King, right? The person ride past the Burger King, beat and waved to me. I'm standing outside. When I get back to the job, why was you over there at Burger King? I'm like, huh? I'm thinking, how you know Burger King? Such and such saw you at Burger King. Why would he come tell you that though? Then the next day, hey, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. I said, fucking slap your head off your shoulders, dog. Why you tell the boss that I had left and went over to Burger King? And went over to Burger King. Nah, I just, you know what, motherfucker? What you mean?
The small talk. I just talk about anything I see. To them, it's nothing, dog.
Yeah. Just come in and just tell. Yeah. For what? Yeah. Tell us something that just don't affect you in no kind of way. For what? And you just had to understand it's just some people that are like that. You can't even you can't even wrap your mind around that.
See,
they just like that.
The great thing about it, like that Myth Bleak interview made me feel like that. We talk about chatty patty shit. To me, if it's something that we involved in together, and that shit really we involved in together, like I was with Iso smack the shit out of this bitch. That's not me being involved in that shit. I'm just telling now. But if it's a situation we involved in together, I talk about it. That's not chatty patty shit. A lot of shit he was doing, Bleak was doing, that shit seemed like it was cleanup duty. Because I think whatever Jay going through like now, because Nicki put the song out talking about something, you know what I'm saying? Me and Wayne, we need to get that phone on, all this other shit. It's like it's cleanup duty. Because I'm like, why is he telling these stories? This shit seemed chatty patty like a motherfucker. I didn't understand it. But you're right, like people just give out information just because that's just how they talk. And we look at it different because we don't talk like that. But other people do. That's natural to them. Like they just go and they talk. Yo, guess what? I saw Iso with him down at the whole house. What? And you like, why would he tell me that? Motherfuckers just talk because you know what? Some people don't got nothing going on in their life. So I gotta talk about, some people just talk the talk and they really don't be malicious about it. They just talk. You know what I'm saying? They just talk. We will never understand that shit. They just talk. Whatever they see, they gonna talk about it.
So you calling Bleak a chatty patty about what?
Yes, Bleak was a chatty patty.
Because I didn't watch the whole interview.
You didn't watch that joint? So first off, I didn't like the fact when he was like, yeah, he talking about something. When Beans was like, yo, Blaze, it sound like you hating on me. I was telling him like, how you got a state property clothing line, but he got a Roc-A-Fella. It say made by Roc-A-Fella. I know Roc-A-Fella don't make their own stuff. Yeah, but you talking about information that you don't know. And then somebody went back, because thank God for the internet, because y'all go and y'all research shit. That's how they can control what what clothing designs they want to do. If we put made by Roc-A-Fella, can't nobody say we don't want y'all to make y'all urban camel clothes like that. Because it's made by us. So do it like we tell y'all to do it. So certain shit was done in order for us to have the creative control of the clothing line. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, and then Bleak was like, yeah. He was like, well, he was like, because it's crazy how he said, Bean said, Dame is my man. I got my own label. I got my own clothing line. Jay, your man, what you got? And Bleak was like, well, Jay would never exploit me. I didn't see that as exploitation, though. Like, if I'm giving you stuff and I'm putting... That's how you could tell Roc-A-Fella was built on shaky ground from the beginning. Because if Bleak is my man, like, all right, on some shit like this, me and you business partners, even though we friends, right? Just on some level, like, we business partners. I bring another motherfucker in. He only going to speak about you the way that I speak about you. You know what I mean?
Right.
If I speak highly of you, he not going to not speak highly of you. So it's like Bleak was on some shit like behind closed doors, they always talked about Dame. You know what I'm saying? Jay not going to exploit me like Dame exploited you. Why would you come to that conclusion? Like, why would that be in your mind? This is your man business partner. You know what I'm saying? So why would you think like that? So it just broke down fucking Roc-A-Fella to me. I'm like, damn, that shit was always on shaky ground. Because, like, Bleak talk about Dame like Dame wasn't the boss. He talk about Dame like Jay was the boss and Dame was another worker. You know what I'm saying? So that shit be going in my head. And even when he said, like, Beans said, Dame my man. To the outside us, we looked at it like Beans and Jay was closer. You know what I'm saying? But he said, Bleak said, Beans was like, Jay my man. I mean, Dame my man, he got me this. Jay your man, he didn't get you that. So that shit was always built on shaky ground. That shit was doomed from the beginning, probably. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, here we go with the Roc-A-Fella shit again. Here we go with the Roc-A-Fella shit again.
I was gonna say this for the Friday episode, dog. Cause I watched that shit. I was looking at this shit like, yo, this shit crazy. It's crazy, dog.
Here we go. All right. Here we go with the Roc-A-Fella shit. All right. He probably realized Dame is the person who trying to make sure shit get done. Okay, Jay doing his job as the flagship artist. Dame got to do his job as running everything. You see what I'm saying? As running everything else. You know what I'm saying? Making sure everybody else, their music getting done. You know what I'm saying? Whatever side hustles and all that they trying to do, the clothes and all that. Make sure the opportunity, you know what I mean? They getting opportunities to make money outside of that.
Right.
Use the leverage the opportunities to make money and all that type of stuff. So people doing their job. What I think happened is, and I heard it's a really old interview. A Dame brother saying that, the reason why Jay had to move on is because you splitting the money up too many ways.
Yeah, I feel you.
In order to get to the next level, more of that money got to just come to him.
Right.
So I get, you're going to have like this because one person going to be more closer to the other because Bleak is Jay's young boy.
Yeah.
But okay, if Jay's the first artist, not just artist, but he's also the boss in the company, and this is your young boy, so you like the second artist.
Right.
So, okay, but Beans comes along, so now you got Beans. Remember when everybody came out, when they first came out, it was like, everybody's like, man, Beans kind of leapfrogged over Bleak as being like the next, the second. Now he like the second person behind Jay now because everybody was saying that Beans was better than Bleak. You know what I mean? That's not to say Bleak is not a good rapper, but Beans was just Beans. And we not just saying that because we from Philly. Anybody anywhere would say he was a goddamn beast.
Hell yeah. Facts.
So it's like, it became a thing of how big can this, what heights can we get this to? It's going to kind of cap. It's going to eventually cap with what money he can make, what money Jay's going to be able to make. Because whatever I got going on here, I also have to talk to other people to make these things happen. Right. In order for me to make more money, it got to just be basically just me making the decision, so I have to grow. That's why everybody remember, and that's some of our most favorite episodes of me when we was talking about how come he just couldn't step off without breaking everything down. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you probably could have just took Bleak with you. Bleak probably wasn't going to stick around without you. True. So just take him with you and just step off and just do your thing. No, everything, I don't know whatever the contract was they had with, with the company or Def Jam or whoever, the company, where everything just got dissolved and broken down or whatever. But yeah, it was a thing whereas in his mind, Jay had a date that he was going to walk off. He probably always knew that. And I'm not saying he's a bad person. It's just, you know what I mean? It's just as business. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get bigger, you can't have 1 million people in here. No, because it's going to get divided up too much. Right. And then when I want to do something, I need approval from other people. Too many other people. So I guess that Jay probably in his mind, he always knew the day was going to come where it was going to just be separate. You know what I mean? He was just going to separate.
Right.
Like I said, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just it's just business. It happens in business.
Yeah, it does.
But Dame probably did not feel like that, or feel like that shit was kind of too early. Like, yo, when we finally got everything rocking and rolling, is the time that he want to break off and step off? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You waited till we was at the height. Like, yo, you doing your thing, and now we got another person that's becoming a superstar, which is Kanye.
Yeah.
So now we got you being one of the best in the game. We got a person that might potentially become even bigger than you.
Right. Right.
And then now it's, done. But I guess, but I do feel like that he had to, Roc-A-Fella was not going to, Roc-A-Fella, it was too many hands in the cookie jar. Just like how Dame brothers say, yo, in order for him to be on Diddy and Dr. Dre level, it gotta be him. Then everybody else underneath him, not nobody on the same level as him, being bosses too. Like I said, it's just that's just business. I think that he might have always knew that, and Dame probably then felt like, no, we can just always do all this stuff together. And I mean, it happens, man. It happens, but I think that Dame probably either thought it wasn't going to happen like that, or it just happened way too early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or it happened way too early. But I think Jay just had a place where he knew he wanted to get to, and he was not going to be able to get there having to make decisions with other people. It just had to be, yo, this is what I'm trying to do, and then everybody around you is working for you to try to facilitate that. Not, I say yeah, Dame might say no, and then Biggs might say no, and we just got to go, you know what I'm saying, with the 2-1, and it'd be a no. Man, I got time, you know what I'm saying? So we don't got time for that. People just don't have time for that.
Right.
And that's something that happens. That's something that happens in business, where, when we working with a collective. So I guess, yeah, but I think that's what the Roc-A-Fella thing was. He knew eventually, Jay probably knew eventually, like, I'm going to step off in order to get to the level I want to be at. I have to step off. But it just, and that's another thing where when you also come from the hood, you also have, it's just not considered business move. It's considered, yo, how you do that? How you just step off on them like that? That's not what you do to your people. Because we still got we still have the hood, the neighborhood codes and ethics.
Right.
Yo, why you do that? Why you do that? No, that is a part of business. You know what I mean? You got too many hands in the pot. That's what some people do. You know what I mean? And it also goes the other way. It also goes where you could start, I mean, it also starts like that. You could start with a group of people, and then other people may fall off because they be like, yo, I already did what I got to do. I'm not really trying to really get this big in business or have all this stuff do. So just going to cash me out. You know what I mean? Some people sell their stake in some companies, just like it's people that done sold their stake in companies that's worth billions of dollars right now, like Apple and all that. You be hearing them stories about the people that helped them start.
Yeah.
And they kind of like, I guess they just didn't feel like doing all this, and they just wanted to chill with their family, man, go and cash me out. And then now, 30, 40 years later, the shit that they fucking got cashed out for $50 million is now worth a fucking goddamn $50 billion and all kind of crazy shit. That's just what happens in business, man. Right. I think the bottom line is Jay knew eventually that he was going to grow in order to get to where he wanted to be at. It wasn't going to be no partners. He's not going to make it with the partners because Roc-A-Fella had a cap on it, to say the truth. It was capped. Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, it was capped because it was just hip hop. It was capped. You know what I'm saying? It was capped. Because one of the most successful people the two most successful people that he ever signed was what? Kanye and probably Rihanna?
Well, Rihanna was Def Jam.
Yeah, but
Rihanna was never Roc-A-Fella.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
No, I'm talking about he signed him, but he was the president when he's like, yo, I'm signing her.
You. Oh, I got you. Yeah.
So that was probably the two most successful people that he ever actually signed.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
So, yeah, I guess he just felt like, yo, this shit is capped. Yeah, we can run around and say, yo, we the dopest and win in hip hop, but it's all this out here, man. It's a cap on it. So in order to get past this, I gotta probably be done with this. I gotta be, you know what I mean? I gotta be done with this.
No, you're right.
It's business, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it sound crazy to a lot of people that's in the hood because that's to us that doesn't like register with our moral compass in the hood. We think that, yo, once y'all crew, y'all supposed to do everything together. Y'all business is like that.
Right.
It's like you start a business, other people gonna get cashed out, some people gonna leave, some people gonna get pushed out. It happens.
Yeah.
That part, I mean, it's a part of business, man. But yeah, you saying that, I mean, I still don't. Still said Bleak is a chatty patty. I don't know what do you mean chatty patty about. What telling about? I don't know.
No, I didn't see the point of the whole story. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's some shit that like you really wasn't a part of that shit. That was beans and ding business. You know what I mean? But like, you know, I'm not gonna go into the whole interview now. But like, you know what I'm saying? Bleak been popping up a lot. Bleak said he back in the lab putting for music and shit. So, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not put something out there, especially when you probably got the freedom of, yo, I can do whatever I want to do. Right. I got like a core fan base that's gonna rock with me. I ain't gotta be worried. I ain't gotta be stressing about I need a hit and I gotta relate to whatever's going on right now. Now, if you make some music and everybody take to it, cool. But I don't gotta. It ain't like before was I gotta have a hit. Everybody else, no, I can move on my own and I can move how I want, probably make the music how I want, take my time with it. Cause I know I got core people that's going to support me. Right. I ain't got to worry about, yo, is this played on the radio 1,000,000 times? But if it do, it do. If it don't, okay, cool. You know what I mean? It's probably less pressure on you to do. You know what I mean? So now you can do it what you want to do it because you want to do it. You know, but yeah, shaky ground, but yeah, because at the time, yo, when you with somebody who's trying to make that happen, and then they some of them people that really probably believe that you can do it. Yeah. So now you with them, but remember they didn't come up. They ain't know each other since the schoolyard. True. They didn't.
And when you think about it, that shit. Watch the interview made me think back. Cause remember on What was the documentary when the concert? It was called The Show, right? When they was on tour with DMX and them.
That was backstage.
All right, backstage. Bleak was the one who had the jacket on when he told him to take it off. He's like, take that shit off. Remember when Def Jam gave him? Yeah. It was Bleak. Yeah, so They probably had bad blood that like Bleak probably at that time Bleak probably like, yo, I thought this shit was thorough. Like, I mean, they gave me the jacket with my name on it, but he can't. At that time, Dame mentally business minded was somewhere where Bleak probably wasn't at. So yeah, I mean, you looking at it like, damn, I can't get the jacket. Like you hating on me about it. So
yeah, because Dame seen what was Dame peeped the play. Right. They was trying to do. Right. It's like, no, these are our artists. You know what I mean? You want them running around with Def Jam jackets on. Yeah. Claiming that, you know what I'm saying? Claiming them as your artist, trying to He kind of peeped the play. And that's why he went in there screaming on Kevin Lyles. Like, because you see when because Bleak was like, I never had a Roc-A-Fella jacket with my name on it. Right. So this is the only thing that Def Jam ever did better than Roc-A-Fella or whatever. Dame was just over there on the side like.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like, and that was early on. You know what I mean? That was early on this shit. So it's probably always been like some type of tension.
So like, it's like the next scene, this nigga like screaming on Kevin Lyles, why y'all making Def Jam jackets for everybody else? Kevin Lyles trying to hit him with the finesse joint, like, what you talking about? Just a gesture of his courtesy, a common courtesy. No, you're not dumb. That's why I think, like, how come you just ain't make a tour jacket?
Right.
Why the jacket got to do Def Jam jacket with their name on it? So he kind of peeped the play of what they was trying to do. I mean, people try to do that. You know what I'm saying? You put the work in and they try to come along after. I mean, not to mean that they ill will, but dog, it's just just business. Like I said, man, when I got into the real estate business, I started seeing all kinds. That shit opened my eyes up to a lot of people doing all kinds of shit because you talking about life changing money.
Right.
It's stuff that do that I'll be thinking like, dog, I would not do that. And it's just whatever. Cut somebody out of deal, go around them. I learned my lesson real quick. Dog. I put a whole, like I said, man, people was talking to me like I walked on water. Then when it was time to actually get stuff done, nah, we can't really do that. Or I don't see the vision that you see. I don't see how that's possible. Then turn around and they say, no, they doing the deal. They doing it without me. Right. Like that was my whole idea, dog. I put a whole plan together and a whole presentation. And people would just look at you like, I don't think this is possible. This ain't really doable or what you want to do. Then take my whole fucking idea and go do it and make money with it.
Right.
And you got to be calm about that shit because that'll make you want to hurt somebody. Like, yo, somebody just took the whole idea because they not creative. They got to go and try to, you know what I'm saying, latch on to other people and use other people's ideas. That's the same with this. People not creative. This is a copycat league. Watch what we start doing. Watch the plans I got. Watch you start doing. It's a copycat league. Watch everybody start doing it. Right. Trust me. Right. Watch everybody start doing what we start doing over here. Watch. It's a copycat league, and these people are not creative. They're not. But anyway, man, we're gonna wrap this one up, man. Like I said, man, thank y'all for love and support. Please like, rate, review, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for the amazing week we had last week. I think y'all, man, we closing in on what? This is like 3.5 years now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? This year gonna be 4 years Ern and Iso, man. Just thank y'all for everything, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us. And yeah, man, to some of y'all content creators out there, y'all podcasters, yeah, man, y'all gonna have an uphill battle. Understand you're gonna have an uphill battle. It's not that y'all not good, it's because y'all good. That's why you're gonna have an uphill battle. Because as soon as people see that about you, that is a death sentence. As soon as somebody say, well, not me. Now, I mean, I'm genuine when I say, yo, man, I've been watching you, you know what I mean? Y'all good. For some people, that's a death sentence because they already know you're on their radar and then don't look around when some stuff starts acting funny and then you out of the algorithm and your social media pages start getting took for nothing because once they realize that people like you, they going to do what they got to do to slow you down because they trying to stick around and some of these people invested a bunch of money in some of these other people. Right. And they got to do what they think, whatever they got to do to help them win. Because it's people signing these podcast deals and stuff like that, taking a check, and then they're not really that good at it, but somebody already dumped money into them. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I know what you mean, man. You're definitely right about that. Yeah, I mean, but we definitely do appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for everything, because you can't imitate impact, and that's one thing that we got, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for everything. I mean, for rocking with us, going with us, and growing with us, man. Until next time, y'all. Peace.